In today's Inclusion Unlimited, we are talking employment. Getting gainful employment can be tough for anyone, but add in the fact that you have a disability and it can seem impossible for some. That's why Morgan's Mac teamed up with United Healthcare to open the Workforce Inclusion Network. It's a collaborative effort to help people with disabilities learn valuable skills and then match them with employers. Take a look at Becky's story.
I was born with albinism, so I have no pigment in my hair, skin, or eyes, and I was born with low vision. Hi, my name is Becky Nolendorf, and this is my story. Forward. Inside. When I was in the 3rd grade, I began wearing a bifocal. And at about 35 years old, I realized that I could no longer read the back of cereal boxes or a box of cupcakes or the magazines at checkout. And I went to my low vision specialist. She told me there wasn't a stronger bifocal, and I had basically become legally blind. It was devastating. However, I had children. It made me want to be more independent as a visually impaired person. I went to the MAC and I was assigned a navigator, and the navigator connected me with the WIN.
And I was assigned to Rebecca and began to assist her in her employment journey. She wanted to go back into teaching because that's what she knows and that's what she really loved, but she didn't realize that she could work in a teaching role in a different aspect. We're partnered with Vibrant Works. I looked on the website and there was a independent living skills trainer, and I sent it to her.
I am an independent living skills trainer for Vibrant Works. I teach people with vision loss how to live their best life. This is a liquid level indicator. It has 2 metal prongs here on the side of it.
It took the Workforce Inclusion Network with Morgan's Mac, Vibrant Works, and Texas Workforce all together to make this opportunity happen.
It's really important that we work together. We provide some services that the MAC is not able to provide, that the Workforce Vocational Rehabilitation Services is able to provide, and that includes some adaptive equipment needed by a person that's visually impaired to work on the job.
She is someone who is the exemplar of what empowering people with vision loss really means. She walks the walk, she's patient and understanding with our clients, but she holds them to the task and lets them know exactly what they're able to do because she's the example of what can be done.
I get the opportunity to teach people how to do what I spent so much time trying to figure out. They're like, oh, I can't get back in the kitchen. I'm like, no, you can. I can't do the laundry. Yes, you can. Being able to work is empowering. It gives me an opportunity to provide a life for myself and my children.
I would love to see people with vision loss be able to pursue whatever career, whatever job they want, that we can level the playing field and fill in the gaps working with our partners so that they can have the life that they want, the life they deserve, the same chances that the rest of us have.
I think it gives her a feeling of respect and accomplishments by being able to face the challenges of an employment, do her job well, perform it well, and feel satisfied at the end of the day.
Everyone who wants to work can work, and everyone should be given an opportunity.
People with disabilities are capable of doing the job just as well, in some cases better than other individuals. I love my job.
And I just bumped into Becky right here at the MAC recently. She is just loving her job. Joining us now to talk more about the WIN is WIN manager Valerie Blackman. Hi, Valerie.
Hello, Leslie. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I loved doing that story with Becky. Now, she, of course, has low vision and is legally blind, but at the WIN, you deal with all differing types of disabilities. Tell us about what the WIN actually does.
So we have a unique opportunity to help our members, which we call here at the MAC our members. We help them find employment in many different ways, but we look for those individuals who really want to make sure that they're reaching their maximum potential, to ensure that they have all their needs necessary. We give them supports, we supply different ways for them to look at employment, and also to show them that there may be other options available to them.
Well, for instance, something as simple to some people as writing a resume, that can be kind of daunting. You do resume training?
We do resume training, mock interview training. We also make sure that they're dressed for success by helping them get connected to our salon for their makeovers if that's what they're needing. But we also make sure that they have all the tools necessary on that resume, because that resume is that picture that opens up the door for them to have the employment that they want. So we want to make sure that it matches what the employer is looking for, that their skill sets are really on point, because that's going to be important for them to be able to be sustainable in the work environment.
Is there training on computers and things like that?
Absolutely. We have what we call diversity training, as well as digital literacy training, which involves us training our members to help them with their skill sets, whether or not they understand the computer, even from the beginning level to the intermediate level, to ensure that they have all the appropriate tools necessary to be able to maintain themselves, especially in this technology world that we have today.
Well, let's say they get a job. Is there continuous training they can do through the WIN if they have questions about things?
Absolutely. They are always a part of our team, no matter where they are. They can reach out to us at any time for any assistance that they might need, even if it's to negotiate some situations that they sometimes get themselves into. There are times when they have issues with their payroll, or they may have issues with the number of hours that they're working. So we want to make sure that we insist on helping them navigate that process so that they don't get any trouble with their employer.
It's so fantastic. Now, if you have a great resume and you have the skills, you actually look to help match potential employment opportunities, don't you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The one thing that I think that makes us really unique is that before we even allow our members to get involved with an employer, we go and actually do what I call reconnaissance work. We go out, we speak to the employer, we talk to the HR, we look at the environment to ensure that it's going to be a good place for our members to, be a part of, or a working environment. Once we've got our intel, if you will, we go back and take that to our members and let them decide, is this really a place you want to be at? Do you understand what they offer? These are the different ways that they want their employers to present themselves. Can you meet those qualifications? If that's not something that they really think that they can do, then we start all over again and try to make sure that we find the right match.
Because you're definitely setting them up for success.
Absolutely.
The resume is very important, the skill set's important, but then you have to get through that interview. That interview is just as important. And y'all do some serious interview training about everything, right from eye contact to handshakes. Talk about that a little bit. What does that entail?
One of the most interesting things that we've done recently is that we have a mock interview course for our members, and what we've done is we've invited our employers who we're already connected with to come out and interview our members, and this gives them the opportunity to really understand how well they present themselves. And so they go through an extensive training. They're asked extensive questions to ensure that they're able to answer those questions, and then once that's done, they're giving a review by the employer as to how well that they've done. And so we've had many different industries. From the HEB has been with us. We've had the city of San Antonio work with us, and some other partners that we work, even Toyota Tetsu has come out and worked with us. So we've had a really great opportunity to give our members all the advantages of being successful in the workplace.
And with great companies.
Yes, absolutely.
That's fantastic. Now, when you keep mentioning members, you have to be a Morgan's MAC member in order to enjoy this service of the WIN, which is a free service for our members. But if you aren't a MAC member, you should look into it, because I know we are accepting more members right now. So you can go to morgansmac.org. You can find out more about the WIN, how to become a member of the MAC, but it's fantastic what y'all do.
Yes, ma'am.
Valerie, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
As always, like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for being with us, everybody.